It is no more news that Pastor Iluyomade has started his new church, and the name of the church is Family Fellowship. As you are watching this video, please don't forget to press the like button on the video. Now, today, Pastor Odutola is in Nigeria to lend the support for family. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Auntie Aduni. If you're just getting to see my channel, I want to say welcome. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for subscribing. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for staying tuned. Now, this is about the story of Pastor Iluyomade. In this church business, if you have a godfather, you will go. If you are connected, you will go. If you want to go into church business, you cannot do it on your own. No man is an island when it comes to church business. You need a connection of somebody to somebody, at least to guide you through. So we all remember the story of Pastor Iluyomade when he had issues with Redeemed Christian Church of God concerning the way they mourn about Wigwe, the former Access Bank owner who had a plane crash here in America with his family. The son, the first son, and the wife, they all died in that unfortunate disaster. So immediately after, we all remember that Iluyomade had a very big party just 3 weeks after, and people were like, this is so unfair. But Wigwe was known to be one of the financiers of City of David, which is the parish that Iluyomade was parishing, a very big parish with lots of very, very rich people. So when the incident happened, Redeemed Christian Church of God asked Iluyomade to step down as the pastor, and they changed him. They sent someone else to take over. After he took over, they asked him to go to Ebute Metta. And I know he will not be able to stay for that Ebute Metta. How do you want him to stay in that place? I knew there is no how. It is not possible. You cannot carry somebody from Model Parish to say they should go to Classica. No, you cannot blend. It's not something you can cope with at all. So Iluyomade, after some weeks, we didn't hear anything about them. Everywhere went silent. And the next thing, boom, we saw him came to Maryland. He came to Maryland where Odutola, Pastor Odutola was, where his church was. Pastor Odutola used to be one of the ex-pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God too, who had a very bitter experience with Redeemed Christian Church of God. In fact, the case was, I think they went to court about that case. So he has his own church now. So when Pastor Iluyomade came, I say, Iluyomade is going to start his own church, immediately comes back. And that was how it played out exactly. So he started his own church, and his church is actually booming, So Pastor Iluyomade initially started in a particular place. I can't remember now, on VI. And, somebody promised and said, no, this is not where we're going to stay. We're going to move. And today they moved to another bigger place, and they are really doing very well. They are really doing very, very well. Today, Pastor Odutola is in Nigeria. He's going to be in their church on Sunday to to show serious support. Pastor Odutola was well loved. He's well loved by a lot of Redeemed members, and many people empathize and sympathize with him with the way he was treated in Redeemed, because he started the parish, one of the biggest parish here in Maryland in America. And I think after some time they wanted to replace him or something, and they asked him to just go, and he said, no, I can't just go. All my documents, all my names, the church was registered in my name and all that. So who is going to bear all the debt of the church? If you are going to take it, you take the debt along and all that, And he came out at that time to explain. In case some of you forget, let us listen to what he said at that time, and you want to understand. For some of you that may want to castigate him, especially Redeemed members, I know you're going to come for him. Before you come for him, let me refresh your memory on what he said concerning his issue with Redeemed as at that time.
Tax exempt numbers, and we come under one tax identity. Many of us rejected the idea, and one of the reasons for the rejection of the idea is that if any church in Idaho or any part of America does something wrong and they want to sue them, they will sue everybody together. One of the other things that we said was that if you want to get a loan to do a building or anything, it has to be central, which means everything that we used to enjoy as an entity, we have to go to the central before it can be approved. Either we want to apply for immigration, for any of the pastors or instrumentalists or people that work. It's impossible. You have to go once. Now, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a proposal. The issue was brought up again. They laid it to rest then, and we thought it was over. Then this common purpose agreement, 38-page agreement, came forward on the same issue. And part of the things that was written on it was all the churches, we should hand over the buildings and all the assets, but not the liabilities. And we said, who does that? Why would I hand over $10 million of assets and $4 million liability will not belong to me? Is it my father's business? And they said, people said no. Later on, they came up with a 3-page agreement to sign. We showed this agreement to our lawyers, and one of the things the lawyer said is that slavery ended a long time ago. Because some of the things that were there, it's unbelievable that it's a Christian that drew up this.
Now, to some of you may not really understand why Pastor Odutola needs to support Pastor Iluyomade. Pastor Iluyomade has been a member of Redeem for a very long time, for over 30-something years. He has slaved in that church. He has done a lot to bring that church to where, that parish, to where it is, with the help of others, of course. And not only that, let me tell you something. As a pastor in Redeem, you tend to lose a lot. You give your time at the detriment of your family. You sacrifice that time, family time, for church. Your funds are involved, your personal funds. It is not like a personal church where people bring. No, you as the pastor puts too. So I want to believe, because Pastor Odutola knows the nitty-gritty of what is going on, of what goes on in church, was why he's giving the support and say, come on, you can do it too. Look at me when I left. And you heard what he said. He said they signed papers. When you sign documents, it means it is a business. In case somebody fumbles, he said he told him to bring the to take liability of $4 million, and they will take 10 million assets. He said, who does that? He involved a lawyer too, and they slugged it out in the court of law. He said, who will bring this kind of paper and say this is the thing of God? This is something of God. Which shows it is nothing but personal gratification, personal business, personal benefits, So, Pastor Iluyomade is close. Of course, a lot of people in Freedom are close to Pastor. They know Pastor Odutola very well. And a lot of pastors in Freedom, many of them have been sent away, replaced. Pastor Iluyomade is not the first, neither will he be the last. Yes, I agree what he did was bad and that she could be. They could have just told him to step down for a while, suspension. But they asked him to leave the same parish to go to another place where they know he cannot blend. In other words, they don't care whatever goes up. Something like that. Forget whether this is church something. Emotionally, psychologically, it can affect him. He's an elderly man. Iluyomade is in his 60s. The wife just clocked 62. They are not young people. The trauma of taking them from where they are familiar with to another place, to go and stay where they cannot blend. It will have even been better if they take them to camp and say, come and stay with Daddy Gio and be moving around with him for now. They ask him to go there as what? And of course, no matter how people hate you, there will be somebody that will support you. He got a support in Pastor Odutola. And today, Pastor Odutola is in Lagos as I'm talking. He's going to have a program with them on Sunday. Don't forget that the name of their church is Family Fellowship. That is the name of the church of Pastor Iluyomade. And the program is going to be having a special program with Pastor Tola Odutola as the special guest of the day at Oriental Hotels, and with a special song, gospel singer on Sunday. This is a kind of form of advertisement. They should come and pay me. I don't have to advertise kind of. Pastor Iluyomade, come and pay me. I don't do advertisement for you. It cannot be free. And they help you do advertisement somehow. You come and pay me for this advert. Anyway, as I see her, I say make I bring her. Now God call them. God call them and they are drawing papers. God call them, they are doing agreements. God call them, they are going to court. God call them, they are doing check and balance. God call them, they are doing profit and loss. Anyway, thank you very much. My name remains Auntie Aduni. I don't look for Pastor Trouble again. Pastor, no one go heaven again, you. Come what's your eye for church money? Now pastor get out. Members donate bulletproof for the pastor. And the pastor get attacked by who? By unknown government.